Well, it's not a secret. I like spray paint and I like resin. So why not put the two together and I'll show you what I get. I've got a canvas here and I spray painted it black and I'm going to put some resin over it. I wanted this background to be as black as I could get it. So I did spray paint that canvas, I let that dry, and then I batched up 4 ounces of resin. This is a 12 by 12 canvas, and put some pigment in there and made the resin black as night. There we go. Good night. Now today the canvas is all dry and I have 6 ounces of some resin. This resin is on the thick side and I wanted it to be thick so that it really creates a deep puddle. Just going to pop those bubbles and let's get started playing with that spray paint. So this is Rust-Oleum. It's called Mirror Effect. And I have fiddled around with a few other metallic resins, but this Mirror Effect one is the one that I find gives some really fantastic and interesting effects. So that's why we're going to use that one. So I'm just going to spray it right onto the canvas, onto the resin. And I've zoomed in so that you can see how it expands and floats and disperses across the surface. Let's put down another spray paint. So I'm going straight from the can onto the canvas. And now I've got my 99% alcohol. And I just put a couple of drops right into that spray paint puddle. And the alcohol is very thin, so it's going to push and it's going to spread and create effects in that spray paint. All right, some more spray paint. This time I'm just going to try doing a sweep across the canvas with it. There we go. And then I have a really almost an atomizer bottle of 99% alcohol. And I mist that on top, and you can see again how that alcohol disperses the color on the canvas. And now we're going to change it up a little bit. Now we're going to put the spray paint into a cup. Choose your plastic cup carefully. Sometimes the spray paint can actually melt a weak plastic cup. We're adding 99% alcohol into the cup. Stir it up. And once I finally get enough on there, it drips onto the surface. And you can see it expands at a much faster rate. I then put another drop of the 99% alcohol and it's really going to spread that out. So this is at real time. This is not sped up action. So I'm going to put even more 99% alcohol into the spray paint. So that's really going to thin it out quite a bit. And it's going to make a big difference. It's just thinning that paint out. Pour a little bit into a puddle. And look at how fast it spreads out. It just keeps on expanding. Again, this is filmed in real time. So you're seeing exactly how it goes. And you can see the alcohol evaporating away in the center. And you can see that the more alcohol I've added into the spray paint, the thinner it is and the faster it moves. So now I've put a little bit more alcohol in there, not too much more, but just a touch. And this one's going to spread really fast. And then I'm going to put the alcohol, again, I'm still just using the 99% alcohol. Now, I know, spray painting indoors, that's a no-no. I have a fan in my window and I have a full face mask respirator on, so I feel protected and I'm getting those fumes out from my studio area. It's really important to take those cautions. But isn't this neat? Look at how those effects come through as it spreads out through the resin. As we've been fiddling around with making these puddles, this one that we had done before started to drift back in because the resin is going to keep moving. So you can just go back and hit it with a little bit more alcohol, a mist of alcohol, and it gives that effect right back. And now this puddle, the first one that we did, It's looking kind of quiet sitting there, so I'm going to put some clear resin right into the middle, and that creates a clear window right through that spray paint. I'll let that sit and expand out. So, you know, there's all different ways that you can fool around with this stuff. It's interesting. You try something different and you get a different effect. Here I've put some of the spray paint and alcohol mixture right into some resin. I've stirred it in carefully. And we're going to just pour that right onto the resin on the surface of the canvas here. And we'll just pour out that resin. There it goes. And I have to grab my plumber's torch. It's a propane torch, and give it a pop of heat. And get in close, and you can see how when it gets really hot, it really starts to move and spread out. You get some fine lacing. It's got an edge where the silver lifts up also. And we'll put some more alcohol right in the center of that one to thin out the resin. And now we're going to use the heat gun with the nozzle tip on there. And we can blow some hot air down on that by moving around in a circle like this. We're going to spread it out, and it opens up that window. And then the resin wants to level itself out. So because I used the heat gun and it warmed it and pushed it out, it wants to flow back to the middle and it wants to level itself out. So it kind of draws right back into the center again. So you can see there's all different ways that you can fiddle around with this stuff. See what you come up with. Okay, here's a corner that I haven't gotten to. I'm putting 2 drops of the 99% alcohol. Remember, I've used just the 99% alcohol the whole time. Yeah, now I just have to get some out of this cup. All right, pour it right into the alcohol. And again, having that alcohol, you can see there's like a depression that it made into the resin. And now I'm putting that spray paint with a mixture of the 99% alcohol, and it keeps getting thinner and thinner as it spreads out. It's really fun to watch this when it's happening in front of you. It's pretty interesting to watch what it does. All right, one more time. Putting the alcohol down, just a drop. Putting the paint with the alcohol on top. And let it kind of bloom a little bit. More 99% alcohol on top and let it bloom. And we'll put another drop on top in the center there. Help push it out. There we go. And it just keeps on expanding. Getting those ripples in there. And then I'm going to go grab my torch. I've let that alcohol evaporate out. And when I put the torch to it, it's going to heat it up again and it'll diffuse out. I've been working the resin for about 30 minutes at this point, so it's starting to slow down on me. So using the torch helps thin it and lets it spread out a little bit more. I'm just going to wrap up my piece. I'm speeding up the filming, and I'm just going to use the rest of my products. So think about picking up some of this Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect paint. It's the only metallic spray paint that I found that works well with the 99% alcohol technique with it, and see what you can create. I'm sure you'll be able to get it into layers and you'll have some fun. Play around with it, explore. I always encourage everybody to have some fun and try new things. And this definitely, boom, does it. Here's a couple other videos for you to watch. And please don't forget to subscribe. Let me know how I'm doing if you enjoyed learning something new today. And I'll see you next time here on Moonkusser Art.